Hello, Mr. Horse here, at your service as always. As you can see, this video is part 2 of Lyin Eyes by the Eagles. A great song. It's a great social commentary. And now, usually when I play and sing a section of a song, I usually by the end, I mean almost always really, by the end of the video, also finished, the discussion of the meanings of that section. But, it wasn't the case for this song. In part 1, I introduced the first section of Lyin Eyes, which is the intro, verses 1 to 3, and the chorus. But because there's so much, there's so many things to talk about, I didn't get to finish. So I'm going to continue from there. So we're still in the first section, verses 1 to 3. Late at night, big old house gets lonely. I guess every form of refuge has its price. Breaks are hard to think our love is only given to a man with hands as cold as ice. Now here, so we talk about these two groups, special groups, in any particular society. I mean, every society you have old men in their 80s, maybe even 90s, old, single. They partied all their lives. So never got married. So, by the time they are in their 80s, 90s, I mean, they are still single. So, but they have so much wealth and power. I mean, wealth generates power. Any kind of power, So, they're millionaires, billionaires, they could be, for example, a Hollywood director, movie director, millionaires, or an actor, millionaires, could be a pop, music star, superstar. All these people, they have so much money. On the other hand, you have this group of young, attractive, super, super attractive, supermodels. They don't have money, but they have the youth, and they have the beauty, they have the everything, a man, an old man would want. Any man, but also including old men. They just can't resist. So then they're attracted to each other. So she feels, girl, just to find out early how to open doors with just a smile. A rich old man, she won't have to worry. She'll dress up all in lace, go in style. So she feels that she is obligated. She's obligated to give some of her love to this old man. It's her duty, guess, to. It's not fair if she favors only young men. That's not, equality. So she has to give some. I think that's the thinking. That's unless she was forced. Unless she is forced to do it. Like if, say, this old man is a mafia boss. That's possible. And he threatened her, hey, if you don't be my girlfriend or my wife, if you don't marry me, or if you don't, live with me, I'm going to hurt your family members, your parents, or your, siblings, that kind of thing. So you have no choice. That's the only situation where you really don't have any choice. You have to give him some of your love. Otherwise, it's voluntary. You feel, you are a very kind person. I have to share my love with all, you know, of men from all different ages. I guess that's, from, 90 years old to 20 years old. Okay, so, but there's a price to pay. When you marry to an old man, of course, you're waiting for him to drop over so you can get a huge amount of money. You can become a multi-millionaire yourself or billionaire yourself. And that's what you're doing. Waiting, But there's a price to pay. You live in this huge, mansion. You got 30 bedrooms, and the only you and the old man and some servants. The big old house gets lonely. It's lonely. Nobody you can talk to. There's nobody you talk to. The man is, asleep because he's old. He's tired. Always tired. He is just hanging by a thread. He is like between life and death. So anyway, that's how you feel. And it breaks your heart, her heart, to think that love is only given to a man with hands as cold as ice. So she tells him she must go out for the evening to comfort an old friend who's feeling down. He knows where she's going as she's leaving. She's headed for the cheating side of town. So that really makes her upset to think, if her love can only be given to a man with hands as cold as ice. Because he's on the brink of dying. So he's like, almost, one foot in the coffin. So she tells him she must go out in the evening. No, I don't know how frequent, but occasionally, maybe it's a regular thing. Every Tuesday and Thursday night, I have to go visit my friend because she is having some trouble, in the marriage or whatever, depressed, so I have to go see her to help her, feel better. So that's the excuse, she's using. But she is really seeing somebody else. We're gonna find out in second section. To comfort an old friend, who's feeling down, But he knows. He knows as she's leaving. She's headed to fall a cheating side of town. You can hide your lying eye and your smile. It's a thin disguise. I thought by now you'd realize there ain't no way to hide your lying eye. And you go into verse 4. Of course, the the old man, knows what is going on. I mean, he's not a fool. He's not an idiot. I mean, if he's an idiot, stupid man, then he's not going to make that much money. I mean, he must be smart enough to make much money. I mean, millions of dollars, billions of dollars. I mean, I'm not that smart. That's why I don't make any money. But if you are a billionaire or millionaire, I mean, you are so smart. He knows where she's going as she's leaving. He's headed for the cheating side of town. I mean, this brilliant, use of words, wordplay. The cheating side of town. She's cheating on him. But he doesn't care. He is 85 years old. He doesn't have much energy anyway. And he knows that, I mean, maybe they even signed a contract. Here's the contract. Okay, if you stay with me, you marry me, you live with me, you're my companion until I die, then you will get, $500 million. I'll give you $500 million if you can do that. I mean, it's a contract. But I know it's difficult. I mean, you are, only 22 years old, and I'm 86. You're going to be lonely. I mean, so, I mean, you need to hang out with your peers. So you can have a boyfriend of your age, similar age, I don't mind. Because, I mean, I'm already so old, I'm not going to be jealous. I'm not going to be that jealous, okay? I mean, so you can do that, on the side. Just don't make it too obvious, okay? Just don't go too far. Don't go too far, that's all. Okay, so you can go see him, a couple times a week. But each time, just a couple hours, okay? Make it short. You need to come home every night, okay? So that's the deal. That's the deal. So she's, I mean, she signed a contract. Okay, this is our, not social contract, but it's a relationship contract. Okay, and so she's waiting for that $500 million when he passes, and that can be any time. I mean, it can be tomorrow, but can be 5 years. I mean, you just never know, right? I mean, it's a gamble. So, no one forces her. I mean, except that in the situation, maybe he's a mafia boss. That's a different thing. That's a different, I mean, then she has no choice. But here, I mean, if she's not in that situation, you are making a conscious, deliberate choice. Okay. I'm going to do this. I'm going to live this lifestyle, in order to become super wealthy in a very short period of time. I mean, after a short period of time, really. We're not talking about, I mean, not, a few years. It can be a few weeks, a few months, even a few days, right? So really, she shouldn't complain too much. And she has a boyfriend. She go to see. It's not a bad deal. I mean, really, it's not a bad deal. It's a really good deal. Okay. I mean, I believe that's a really good deal. So that's part one. Okay, I completed the discussion. So that's what is going on. Lyin Eyes. See you later. I'm going to comfort my friend. I'm going to go see my friend now, We need to have some, I need to have some contact with my peers. So I'll be back in 2 hours or 3 hours. Okay, take care of yourself. Don't fall down. I mean, the stairs and break your neck. Okay, you don't want to do that. Please take care of yourself.